I would
Yeah, we
think so.
have to pledge again, 'cause it's
The
technically a
Propane
separate
church
meeting.
contracted, it was a 25%
No,
increase on
same
the
continuation.
unit price there.
We've gone out and we're working on it, but I don't think we have that. We should have it that right.
Okay.
There's Monday night.
Call to order the Vermillion County Council meeting for September 2022. Stand for the pledge. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call. We have Mr. Reynolds,
Present.
Mr. Weir,
Here.
Mr. Somerville,
Here.
Mr. Bush.
Here.
Mrs. James, I'm here. Mr. Dreer.
Here.
Mr. Brown.
Here.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. The first item is approval of minutes. We have the minutes from our August 8th, 2022 meeting. Are there any comments, corrections, or additions?
I'm sorry, I keep leaving Randy off of there, but he's back on. I keep leaving you off the minutes. And Bill has to email me.
I keep catching it for you.
Twice now.
It's like I'm not here.
I'm never here, I just forget.
As you get older, that happens. You have had it.
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Second. Can I second?
Yeah, well, you are listed, so no.
We'll get you in the minutes, though, right?
All right, I have a
That's how we
motion
know you're here.
Mr. Brown, a second from Mr. Dreer to approve the August 8th, 2022 council minutes. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
All those opposed state no. All right, minutes are approved. All right. Next, we have the treasurer's report. You have the interest and the fund report. Are there any questions regarding the treasurer's monthly report? Okay. You also have your comp time report.
I just have a couple of questions, maybe someone can find out, I can call them later. Brenda, you can probably find out, like, one is Leanne's got 86.
Yep, that's
Yeah. Pardon?
Part of that was from before.
Okay. Another one I had was that Lane Grant they just added 35 hours to the circuit court there. And then I think Melissa can take care of this other one. A couple highway workers are up like you're probably aware of that, yeah. We just need to get that reduced a little bit.
Yeah, they have till November 1st to get it
Pardon?
down. They have till November 1st to get it down.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay. Anything else? Nope. All right. We have a couple of transfers this evening. Actually, that's not, the first one would be in reporting only, with the highway department. It looks like those numbers matched up. The second highway, we will have to vote on that one. We have a transfer request from the Cume Bridge accounts. They're requesting to transfer $55,000, $25,000 from the truck and equipment maintenance and $30,000 from the federal bridge project over to the material for the bridge repair. They had a portion of a timber bridge collapse, so they're asking to transfer that so they can get that fixed.
Is that the one down on 775 South? Is that?
No, this is.
Pardon me?
This one up north?
This one is the one up north. Yes, it's the one up outside, north of Cuba.
Okay, north of Q.
Melissa, do you know if it doesn't pertain to this, but is the bridge for up there at Three Springs, is it down there? I mean, it's already been purchased, part of it, or all of it, or?
You mean, is it purchased? Yes, we have the materials.
The
for
material that
bridge.
builds that.
Yeah, we have all the materials for the bridge. Right now they're being stored at White's Construction.
So we just need to allocate the money to get it put in.
Yeah, just get whatever they're gonna do or how they decide to do to get it put in.
I think that's the issue he's supposed to put priority on.
I make a motion to approve
Okay.
transfer.
So,
Second. Any further discussion? I have a motion from Mr. Weir, second from Mr. Somerville, to approve the transfer for the Highway Department of $55,000 in the Cume Bridge account. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Those opposed state no. Transfer is approved. All right, that is the end of transfers for this evening. We have a few additional appropriation requests this evening. Our first one is from the commissioners. They're requesting to buy the Lucas device and the CPR devices that they came last meeting and spoke about. They're asking for $216,843.70.
And that is for 10, I believe.
Yes.
Motion to allow.
well, I think, oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I have a motion for Mr. Bush. Is there a second?
Y'all second, I just had a
Okay.
question.
Okay. Any,
Maybe we should let the people know that this money, how we're gonna arrive at this money through the tax.
Yeah.
It's not
Yes.
actually tax dollars.
Yes.
So we received ARP money from the federal government during COVID. That money is going to be transferred into the general fund, so this is advertised as the general fund. However, it is still coming from some of that COVID money. So even though it says general fund, it's not, in a roundabout way, yes, it's general, but it didn't come from general initially. But that is where the money routes to.
Basically, this is one for each fire station.
It's two for health,
Two, okay.
one for each fire department, one for the jail, and one for EMA.
Okay.
That's the thing.
All right. Any further discussion?
Second.
Okay. I have a motion for Mr. Bush, second for Mr. Dreer. All those in favor of approving the $216,843.70 for Lucas devices, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
All those opposed state no. Appropriations approved. The next appropriation we have additional is from Economic Development. They're asking for $31,000, $29,000 for professional services and $2,000 for their office rent. They have a contract with RGL Solutions that they had not budgeted for at the beginning of the year. And then their outdoor maintenance costs and heating bills have gone up for this year, which affects their rent expense. It does come from the Economic Development Fund, and they do have that amount in their balance.
Motion made.
Okay.
Second that, bud.
I'll second it.
All right, I have a motion for Mr. Weir, a second for Mr. Brown, to approve the additional appropriation of $31,000 for economic development. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
All those opposed state no. Appropriations approved. The next additional appropriation is from the misdemeanor fund. They're requesting $100,000 from misdemeanor for inmate relocation. It is while the jail's in construction. We did not allocate the complete amount of estimated amount for inmate relocation. We were hoping it would cost less. Unfortunately, it hasn't yet so far, but so as we go, we're doing it, the remaining balance. So this is for,
So we may see this again before the end of the year then?
there's a possibility, depending on how many people get arrested.
Okay.
Yeah, like 90.
How's that jail coming, Mike? You got any projections on dates of finish, the completion on that, or? You got a completion date or anything for the?
They're still saying grand opening of second or third week of January. They're on time right now.
Oh.
We're in one new section of the facility, which was the southwest corner, the old ABCD block is what we're using currently. The area we were using, they just, well actually, I was in there last night, they've already got new walls going in. They've already tore all the old walls out and expanded everything, so way ahead of where I thought they were going to be. They will pour the footer for the new garage tomorrow, and then you'll see brick going up on it. Rest of it's, they're starting wiring all over the building for, the place is gonna be an electronic nightmare, but.
I didn't see an appropriation here for the barber, but I guess you look good.
Hey, man, that was the Joe Phelps special there. I think I got a $5 rebate.
Yeah. Get the family discount?
Yeah.
Make a motion that we
Anyway,
allow.
that's DOC money,
Yeah.
the misdemeanor fund, that's not our
Second.
general fund.
Okay.
I'll second.
Oh, I got, Brent already got you, sorry.
You go ahead first, and then.
All right, I have a motion for Mr. Dreer, a second for Mr. Bush, for the additional appropriation of $100,000 for the misdemeanor fund. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, state no. Appropriation is approved. Our next additional appropriation is for $40,000 for the highway. The increase of cost of gas and fuel this year has caused for the additional need.
It's kind of odd, Melissa, we didn't bid that, isn't that correct?
It's very odd, yes.
We didn't lock a price in on it. Okay.
So we're paying market price for fuel.
When do those bids go in typically? Is that something we're doing for next year?
In November, and turned in for the first commissioners meeting in December, and awarded the last commissioners meeting in December.
Okay, so they should be working on that soon?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this will come out of, hopefully,
Yeah, it's out of the highways.
the highways fund. That's
Mhm.
what I meant.
And I did put the fund balance, and I do apologize.
Okay. It is coming out of the highway fund, so.
Don't have to have it.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'll make a motion.
Oh,
I don't
motion?
care.
Okay,
Gotta have it.
sorry. Was there a second? Anyway.
You still need a second?
Yep.
I'll give you one.
Okay.
Second. And can we
Sorry,
discuss?
I couldn't hear.
Okay, short discussion?
Yes, we can.
All right, I'd have to do some research, but I expect probably market price now is lower than what the bid price would have been back then, so.
Might have been.
Not on diesel.
I'm not sure how they adjust that as, as prices fluctuate, but, yeah.
Well, the last time we got diesel fuel, we was paying $5.04.
A little cheaper.
So,
Not much.
Okay.
Any other discussion? All right, I have a motion for Mr. Bush, a second for Mr. Reynolds. All those in favor of the additional appropriation of $40,000 from the highways, for the highway, please, if you approve, please signify by saying yes.
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, state no. Okay, appropriation approved. The last appropriation we have was from the clerk's office. However, it was advertised from the ARP money. The ARP fund is no longer available, so it's not one we can actually even discuss approving. So, as we stated before, that money has been transferred to the general fund, so it would be a request that would have to be advertised in the general. So, that is the end of the additional appropriations for tonight. We do have one item of old business. Commissioners had asked us to look at the amend the salary ordinance to move part-time help to $13 an hour. We decided to discuss it again tonight. So we do have that in front of us. It would take a vote to amend that ordinance to move part-time to 13.
Well, as I have said a few times, if you go around and look at McDonald's, you know, they're advertising part-time, full-time, whatever it is, for $17 an hour or $13, $15, anywhere in between there, and that's just in our surrounding areas. So paying $10 an hour, we're not going to attract too many people, especially the way gas is right now, as we've talked about last couple days, they're not going to want to drive too far to come here to work. So I think we have to do something.
Okay.
So.
Is that a motion?
I can make a motion, yes.
All right, I have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll make a motion that we at least raise it to $13 an hour.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second it, and I agree with Rick that we need to raise that.
All right, any further discussion? Okay, I have a motion from Mr. Weir, second from Mr. Dreer, to amend the salary ordinance for part-time help to $13 an hour. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
All those opposed state no. Okay, it is amended. All right. I don't have any other new business. Anybody have any other new business? Okay.
Can I
public
say
com-
something?
Yeah.
I'll just say this.
Go ahead.
Pledge allegiance. When we say the pledge allegiance, pardon?
We already did that.
I know. I don't know that we say it appropriately. It's one nation under God. It's not one nation, comma, under God. It's one nation under God. So I bring that to our attention, maybe to think about changing how we say our pledge allegiance. That's all I have to say. It's not a motion or anything else.
I didn't hear you
What do you
say
want to
comma
say?
in there when we did that.
I didn't.
Oh.
But Bill probably heard me say one nation under God.
I did. Yep.
Just something to say.
Thanks. Any other public comment this evening?
So with the increase in the part-time or the extra help, will budgets be adjusted accordingly for the offices who have that line item?
For the remainder of the year, not necessarily. They would have to have the additional,
But for 2023, the 2023 budget?
yeah, I think like your budget, you had already factored that in. Like-
Not on what was submitted, that's why I gave you those extra papers yesterday, so.
Okay. But you had the number.
Right, but it's
So-
not on what was.
I think
sent
we'll
out
probably
from the
make those
auditor's office.
changes.
Okay,
I will
all right,
adjust those.
all right.
Yes.
Just wanted to clarify that.
No problem.
With those certain amount of hours, what you,
Right,
yeah, I got that.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments this evening? Okay. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second, I'll make a motion.
All right. Is there a second?
I will second.
All right. Meeting's adjourned.